Help us guys, number 4, help please.
I'm coming.
No, I'm dead. Mukhang patay agad. Wala ka. Good shit. Dito natin ito dito. Argentina. Yeah. Kung saan ano kasi may itlog. Rin mo tita, anak ko daw niya. Kung may tinapay ka daw dyan. Pahingi daw. Nagbihin ko.
A record-breaking 23 back-to-back knockouts at 160 pounds.
Hostinger Black Friday sale. Web hosting, now from only $195 a month. Get epic savings for a limited time only with a free domain, free email, and free extra months. Go live with a managed WordPress or Hostinger AI website builder. Safeguard your website with cutting.
A record-breaking 23 back-to-back knockouts at 100.
Hindi na ko nagawa yung PUBG. Kaya naman. Hindi ko nagawa yung PUBG. Nakatok na nga lang ako doon. Sabi ko.
Mga tingin kinabay.
Ayoko, yung sweet loob. Sarap mo sa tinabi. Sige na, Otoy, salamat! Kanin na lang tayo, be. Pagpritong na mo itlog. Itlog pa lang ako. Ano, nagsi-CR ka pa rin?
Naku, baka maligay yung ulit ko. Nakapili na yung pakain.
Ayan. Gusto ko yung malutong, dalawa nga kay itlog. Be. Gusto ko yung malutong yung ilalim. Ano, may itlog tayo dyan, marano?
Meron?
Meron? Madami?
Yung for ahin.
Ano? Dalawa sa akin ha. Ikaw, hindi ka kakain? Nilaga sa'yo? Ano na lang sa'yo eh?
Wow.
Yo, what? Should we go now? I don't want to drive. What the fuck? Ikaw, ano sa'yo? Nilaga ka lang.
Oh.
Oh! Pinipin mo yung uga? May uga dyan, di ba? Pwede pa kaya yun? Hindi naman napapanis yung uga yun. Kahit 2 taon.
His headquarters at Casimir. Saddam, as we said, dressed in this raincoat, black suit, with his feet and hands tied, being taken from the execution room to the gallows. He is now being told that he can have the hood, but he refused defiance. Tim Marsh, Ellen, the sort of this was moments rather than the.
Dalawa nga. Ilan ba? Ilan ba dapat? Isa lang? Isa lang eh. Bitin kasi isa eh. Ala, hindi. Dalawa lang sa... daming kalaban, napalaban ako din. Ganda pala pagka rin, ano, FPP.
Time lang, 2 minutes. And 10:35.
Ano ko ako po? Hey, come. Nakuha mo ako. Galing ka, lagyan mo na rin ang ketchup. Saka yung itlog. Dalawa? Ikaw ba? Hindi pa luto sa'yo. Taka naman natin mag-drive. Putang na rin. Lagi na nababangga. The fuck? $10:30.
Day 418 of the October 7th War. Just a couple of quick points from me and then we'll get straight to your questions. On our fallen soldiers.
This is my hack for working smart, Monday.com. Let me show you how I use Monday.com to create a tailor-made workflow. First, the most comfortable way for me to look at a board is as a table. What's most important to me is to see all of the team's projects, so I add them to the board just like this. I work with a lot of files, so I add a files column right here, and of course the status. It's all super customizable, so it turns out exactly the way I wanted it to. I add the relevant stakeholders to each project, and they get notified automatically whenever I get my job done, so they can move forward. The best thing about it is that you can manage just about anything with it. It doesn't matter if you work in marketing or in finance. Click on the link below to start your free trial.
Tapos binababa dito, bakit nyo na sa mga wala ko? Bakit tapos nyo binababa?
Gusto ko
Patay lang. Lahat.
yung mga kalahati na sa audit.
Make good mornings brighter with Soup and Go. Made with natural ingredients, so you can enjoy a nourishing and filling creamy cup of soup in just 1 minute. Make good mornings brighter with Soup and Go. Eat well, live well.
Day 418 of the October 7th War. Just a couple of quick points from me and then we'll get straight to your questions. On our fallen soldiers, I have the names of 2 more young men who have unfortunately made the ultimate sacrifice since our last briefing in defense of this country, taking the number of Israel's fallen soldiers since October the 7th to 806. Sergeant First Class Yonah Betzalel Brief was 23 years old and from Modi'in. He was a combat medic, seriously wounded in battle on October the 7th, 2023 itself, the day of the massacre last year, and sadly succumbed to his wounds. And Sergeant Tamer Osman was 21 years old and from Kfar Yassif, and he fell in battle in the north of Gaza. The achievements of the military campaign are many, but the war has exacted a very heavy price. Our hearts are with the bereaved families. May their memories be a blessing. Now to the ceasefire agreement. As you know, the agreement in Lebanon came into effect this morning. From Israel's perspective, we certainly will adhere to the agreement, as the Prime Minister has made very clear the length of the ceasefire depends on what happens in Lebanon. We will adhere to the agreement, but we will also enforcement. The key is enforcement. That's where these agreements have fallen in the past, enforcement. We will respond forcefully to any violation. With the US's full understanding, Israel maintains full freedom of military action. So if Hezbollah violates the agreement and tries to again rearm itself, we will defend ourselves. If it tries to rebuild terrorist infrastructure near our border, we will defend ourselves. If it launches a rocket, if it digs a tunnel, if it brings in a truck carrying rockets, we will defend ourselves. Israel will respond forcefully to any violation. Now, the Hezbollah that decided to
between Israel and Hezbollah taking effect Wednesday after both sides accepted an agreement brokered by the U.S. and France. Under the deal, fighting across the Israel-Lebanon border would end at 4 a.m. local time. Israel will then gradually withdraw its forces over a period of 60 days as the Lebanese army takes control of the territory near the border to ensure that Hezbollah does not rebuild its infrastructure.
This is designed to be a permanent cessation of hostilities. What is left of Hezbollah and other terrorist organizations
mag-rebuild ng kanilang mga structures.
Will not be allowed, well, I emphasize, will not be allowed to threaten the security of Israel again. So the United States, with the full support of France and our other allies, has pledged to work with Israel and Lebanon to ensure that this arrangement is fully implemented, the agreement totally implemented.
The accord clears the way for an end to the year-long conflict that has killed thousands since it was ignited by the Gaza war. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu.
In Lebanon today, there was talk of a ceasefire, yet the sound was still of war. as the Israeli Security Cabinet met to discuss an agreement to end the fighting. The Israeli Defense Forces launched a massive wave of strikes right across Lebanon. With more than 10 dead and the dust still settling, Israel's Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu called on his cabinet to approve the ceasefire deal. Speaking this evening, he said Israel has set Hezbollah.
Nakakaawa yung mga bata. Yung mga Pinoy na natrap din doon. May Pinoy na Israeli army na matay?
Bibili kayo mga
100,000 lang. 1,000. May libing na siya. May libing na siya, Bel. Ha? Busog na ako, Bel. Dahil ko na nakain. Ikaw, ga? Ayaw mo? Mas gusto ko tong FPP na to. Ngayon. Mas na-enjoy ko makipag-barrel ah. Aray ko! Pumutang ina! Nasagdan pala doon. Cool. Tapos na yan. Hindi ko nga nagkami. Ano itlog naman? Focus mo kaya yan? That I'm gonna be next to you.
Joining me now.
Naghain ng reklamong acts of
bago magdesisyon na muling tumakbo sa pagkaalkalde.
Kakaibang
Masarap yan yung egg sandwich. Lalagyan. Gusto ko to Yung yung nilaga, hard-boiled egg.
Oo, kasi isa-slice lang. Sobrang maliit kasi...
Yung nagdudurog, yan, ito. Yan, nalagyan ng sibuyas. Ang sarap niyan. Yan, ganyan.
Tapos mayo.
Sarap na.
Yan yung...
Dati lalo nakakain.
Ha?
Dati.
Ikaw?
Oo. Tapos yung itong ganito, yung salad na ganito. Asan yun? Yan, ito. Bilaw lang ng tinta. Are. Yung may mga pipino. Kaya may salad kami din eh.
Mas may apple.
Oo, sarap. May grapes.
Yan, kagagawa na
Highway. Malengke na lang siguro. Ito, masarap din to. Tapos may dinagdag na, chicken strips. Nalagyan ko ng mayonnaise. Tapos broccoli, may sibuyas na kilaw. Ayaw. Sum na ako. Don't die. Don't die, my friend. Don't die, guys. Asan yung number 4? Hey, stick, guys, stick, the stick, the stick. Oh! Tangina! Tangan nyo na mga saan yung sumama? painkiller.
Ang Frank... After...
Yung cake ba, kainin natin.
근데 저희는 이게 북한 누가 이거 지시한 사람이 죽을 때까지 날 건지 당장 내일 끊긴 건지 이런 게 모르니까는
그러니까 예전에 그 평화로웠던 소리, 그리고 저희는 산 밑에 있으니까 풀벌레나 새소리를 듣고 사는데 그런 소리가 다 묻혀서 이 소리만 들어야 되니까 그냥 힘들어요.
그런 게 아니라 저희 애들도 잠을 못 자니까는 막 구내염도 생기고.
Yon ay labubo. Ito naman, trending po ang pagtakbo ng kasama natin si Karen Davila sa aking lukuran habang nagbabalita nitong Lunes. Pero hindi ito unang pagkakataon na nahagip ng kamera ang mga hindi inaasang eksena. Magandang gabi, bayan! Sa gitna ng mga nagbabagang balita, hindi maiwasan na may mga eksena rin na ang mismong mga tagapagbalita ang gumagawa ng headline. Gaya na lang kung paano nasapol ng kamera ang pagtakbo ni Karen Davila sa aking likuran habang binabasa natin ang unang balita. Agad itong naging laman ng internet at umani ng reaksyon mula sa mga netizens. Ang tanong, saan ka ba pupunta, Karen?
Isang malaking aksidente po yun. Ang nangyayari po kasi, pag binasa na ni Kabayan ang unang item, tapos meron na pong pinapasok na video, usually po, naglalakad na ako at kami po papunta pabalik sa makeup room. Hindi ko po nakita, wala pa palang video. Wala pa palang...
Alam na niya na nagbabasa ako.
Wala pa palang video sa likod niya. At yan ang mga balitang binantayan na.
Pero hindi ito ang unang pagkakataon na natimbog ng kamera ang mga kapwa nating kapamilya anchors. Si Bernadette Sembrano, huli naman ang paghahagis sana ng tisyo habang may busina sa petrolyo si Alvin El Chico.
Ako lang, kasama ko siya. Kasama ko siya, di ba? Kasama ko.
Damay-damay na!
Siyempre, hindi rin tayo nakaligtas dyan. Ang aking pagtayo naman sa likod ni Zen Hernandez noong Marso, patikim na umano ito para sa kababalaghan. Seryoso kami mga mamamahayag sa aming profesyon, pero may mga pagkakataong hindi maiwasan ang mga ganitong sitwasyon, lalo na sa mga live broadcast.
Guys, sorry po, sorry kanina. At naging white lady ako sa likod ni Kabayan.
Hindi sinasadya.
Hindi ko sinasadya yun. Nangyayari po mga bloopers, hindi ako nag-iisa.
Hindi white lady ho, black lady. Sa huli, napangiti na.
생기고
Pangiti na lamang kami. Siyempre,
Marating pagpap sa
Do you believe?
He knew the world would not be the same. Two people laughed.
Again, these are all hypothetical.
De 100.000 soldados japoneses y al menos el mismo número de civiles. De Estado Vigas. Peter Barchet queda.
The year is 2002. Manny Pacquiao, after rising through the ranks of Philippine boxing and making a big splash in an even bigger America, wants to go from a two-weight world champion all the way up to a three-weight.
Maraming salamat sa suporta nyo, sa pagdasdasal nyo. Kung dahil sa inyo, nanalo ako ng knockout.
But first, a former champion named Jorge Julio wants to steal what Pac-Man has worked so effortlessly for in a grueling yet well-deserved 12-round bout. Will the old but wise champion Julio show that experience trounces flashiness, or will Pacquiao's journey as a formidable threat only now be going in La Jolla or in about
22 pounds?
Ended in a draw.
Freddie says he would like for Pacquiao to learn to foul a guy back when he fouls him.
Can't imagine anyone fouling me when I was fighting that many times.
Big left hand by Pacquiao. Julio stops him in his tracks.
Boy, pa rin tumato. Ayos ah.
Tracks there with a left-hand counter. Pacquiao has already gotten some of Julio's respect for his power. You may be biting off something more than you can chew. A lot of crab.
It's something.
I mean, to me, he's every bit as exciting as Prince Nassim Hamed.
He really is.
He'll grab it, and Bill Clancy's seen enough. Devastating second-round TKO for Manny Pacquiao.
126 pounds. Any opponent.
Jorge
Never even really tried to grab and hold or buy time.
Despite his young age, Pac-Man had the showings of a true champion with the wisdom of an experienced fighter.
All the belt, I want to unify that in 122 and 126 pounds. Any opponent.
Jorge Julio's professional career after this fight was an unfortunate yet unsurprisingly short one, fighting only one more time professionally against Israel Vasquez, another legend of the bantamweight division, who would knock out Julio and lead him to retire with an indubitably respectable record of 44-5. Manny Pacquiao's career, meanwhile, was only just getting started, even though he was 37 fights into his career. After becoming a world champion in another 6 weight divisions and defeating most of the greats of his time, Pacquiao would retire with a beautiful record of 62-8, with a handful of losses being shrouded in controversy and many wins being glorified for their significance to the sport and incredible performances. Manny, since retirement, has teased potential professional comebacks along with Olympic returns and exhibitions. But after the falling through of a potential rematch with Floyd Mayweather Jr., it's unclear what Manny will do next. But either way, all boxing fans will undoubtedly follow and admire what he sets out to achieve in the
Just in time, I walked into the cabinet room where Chamberlain was sitting. Just in time, I walked into the cabinet room.
To withdraw their troops from Poland, a state of war would exist between us. I have to tell you now that no such undertaking has been received.
And cold right through.
People strolling an arm back.
If other reporters, I'm afraid it's
Chavit Singson at Bob Arum nagkasundo para maikasa ang pinakamalaking laban sa Pilipinas. Taong 2015 nang ipaubaya po ni Bob Arum dito kay Chavit Singson ang pagkasa dito sa pinakamalaking laban na naganap sa boxing. At ito na nga ay ang bakbakang Manny Pacquiao at Floyd Mayweather Jr. na kung saan sumuko na nga po noon itong si Bob Arum sa kadahilan ng hindi niya po kasi kuno maikasa ang nasasabing laban sa pagitan ni Pacquiao at Mayweather. Pero laking
sa forma pa lang mukhang
What's up, guys? Oras na.
Army, Israel and Hezbollah have now entered into a permanent ceasefire. This is an agreement that was mediated by President Joe Biden. But as the Washington Post reported 2 weeks ago, the ceasefire deal is a result of Donald Trump's election victory. The Washington Post reports that during a visit to Mar-a-Lago, one of Benjamin Netanyahu's senior aides told Donald Trump that Israel's rushing a ceasefire deal in Lebanon as a gift to Trump before travelling to the White House to hold talks with President Biden. What else can you tell me about this ceasefire deal? Is there confidence in Israel that it will hold?
Yeah, there are a lot of people in Israel who are happy this is going to happen. Look, it's always unknown whether or not ceasefires hold or whether they don't. Only time will tell. We're talking about Israel dealing with an implacable enemy who has
tubo.
Kulalar. Hey. Happy.
The fuck? Too many.
Nice.
Army Israel and Hezbollah have now entered into a permanent ceasefire. This is an
Well then, let's begin. All right. It's game on.
Army Israel and Hezbollah have now entered into a permanent ceasefire. This is an agreement that was mediated by President Joe Biden. But as the Washington Post reported 2 weeks ago, the ceasefire deal is a result of Donald Trump's election victory. The Washington Post reports that during a visit to Mar-a-Lago, one of Benjamin Netanyahu's senior aides told Donald Trump that Israel's rushing a ceasefire deal in Lebanon as a gift to Trump before travelling to the White House to hold talks with President Biden. What else can you tell me about this ceasefire deal? Is there confidence in Israel that it will hold?
To destroy the state of Israel. So you're always dealing with a group of people who you can deal with in the short term, but I think solve nothing in the long term when it comes to a ceasefire like this. But for the most part, look, I'm in Israel. This is a new event that happened just toward the end of the night. But people are skeptical, but I think overall are happy about it. Look, this is so interesting. Let's go back to January 1981. And a few hours, actually a few minutes, after Ronald Reagan was inaugurated as president, the Iranians let go of all the American hostages.
Thank you for taking our questions today. There are no shortage of concerns about China's treatment of human rights advocates, such as the Hong Kong booksellers, and its detention of the Garretts, not to mention the destabilizing effects of its territorial ambitions. Given these concerns, why is Canada pursuing closer ties with China? How do you plan to use that relationship to improve human rights and security in the region? And did you specifically raise the case? Raise the case of the
against China and
贫困吗？你知道中国现在已经成为人均$8000的一个世界第2大经济体吗？所以，请你
100 million people out of poverty. And do you know that China is now the second largest economy in the world from a very low foundation and protection?
Hello.
Don't know.
I couldn't help but notice you admiring me yesterday in the courtyard. What? Oh, you don't speak English. Club. I hear you, I'm kinda busy. Kinda busy. Kinda busy. Sorry, I cannot hear you, I'm kinda busy. Just a second, it's my favorite song they're gonna play. And I cannot text you with a drink in my hand. You should've.
Stick, guys.
Tama. Hey.
Ang oras na. Gusto ko sa ito. Ang tulog na.